We've got lots of fun things to do today. New makeup, most of it drugstore. Stuff I've really been loving, and probably one of the best foundations I've ever tried, and it's at a drugstore price. And we have some clothes to look at today. I'm wearing a new blouse from Lily Silk. This is from their spring collection, and I'm not sure if you can see it, but the sleeves are cuffed. It's really, really cute. I'll be doing a little fashion show from Lily Silk, and this portion of the video is sponsored by Lily Silk, so thank you very much. I'm always excited when I get to show you new designs from Lily Silk because they're such a big part of my wardrobe. It's gonna be fun. We've got lots to do. If you're new here, welcome in. I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here, and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And if you want all the good tips and tricks, sign up for my Sunday morning email newsletter. The link is in the description box down below. It goes out every Sunday morning. Clearly, I've said that a million times. That's why it's called the Sunday morning email newsletter. What I do is I send a very short, sweet, totally free, totally fun newsletter that includes all the cool things that I found throughout the week. It's easy, it's fun. Again, it's totally free. I think you're gonna love it. You can join by clicking the link in the description box down below, and everything that I talk about today will be listed and linked in the description box, so super easy for you to find. Before we get started on the makeup, I want to show you a little fashion show from the spring styles from Lily Silk. I really enjoy their designs so much. It's classic with just a little bit of a twist that makes them unique and really distinctive. This white silk blouse is so gorgeous, and I paired it with a new style of dress pants that Lily Silk has come out with this season. Really an elegant outfit for an evening out or a fancy luncheon. The buttons on the side are spectacular. This tee, I've chosen in navy blue, which is such a pretty color. It has the cuff sleeves, which I think just make it a little bit special in the detailing. I have a few of these in my wardrobe, and I absolutely love them and wear them quite often. I have this sweater in the cream color in more of a scoop neck. Beautifully made, gorgeous piece that's been in my wardrobe for a few years now. Very excited to have this lighter off-white tone. Just a beautiful classic sweater. The styling on this blouse is so unique. It has a tie, which I've worn today. You can wear it untied as well, tucked in, or with the tails out. Gorgeous either way. Beautiful blouse. This tee comes in a number of colors. You can wear it with jeans, dress it up with a skirt, or dressier slacks. Really just a staple wardrobe piece. And the sweater, classic. This is beautifully made, looks so elegant on, and is something you'll keep in your wardrobe year after year. Just a beautiful staple piece. I hope you enjoyed those spring styles from Lily Silk. I know that I'm loving them, and I'm going to be doing an outfit at the end of this video showing you a wonderful combination that I'm really loving. So let's hop into the makeup next. I'm really excited about a few of these products. One of them is a palette that I've been looking at for a long time. It's the Gone Matte palette from ColourPop. I'm not wearing very many shimmer eyeshadows anymore. I just think that with my older eyelids, a matte shadow is a little bit more flattering for me, and so I've been looking at this palette and thinking, that could be a good purchase. I picked this up from Ulta. It's online only as far as I know, at least that's what it says on the Ulta website. I was going to go in store and look at it there, but apparently it's not available in store. You can get it online from Ulta or online from ColourPop. The price is the same, $35. I was just really impressed with how many shadows that you get in such a wide color color range for that price. You know, I did a video last week on Jones Road, and it's $25 just for one of her little shadows. And to get this many colors for $35, I thought was a really, really good bargain. Now, most of these colors are in the neutral, kind of peachy, brown, mauvey, taupey colorway. So if you're looking for blues or pinks, this is not going to be a good choice for you. But if this is your colorway, if these colors really work for you, I think there's almost anything you need in this palette. I'm really excited to try it today. This color palette is perfect for me. So looking forward to this. I'm always really, really happy with the ColourPop shadow formula. So I'm excited to dive into this one. And I can't wait to show you guys this new foundation that you recommended. Remember a few weeks back, I tried the new Revlon Color Stay, the new formulation, and I didn't like it at first, and then I got a different color and I liked that color better, but I still wasn't over the moon for the formulation. It was nice. I thought it was a good buy. In other words, you weren't wasting your money. It's something that you would use and like, but I wasn't over the moon. So many of you said, try the Revlon's Illuminance foundation, and I was at Walmart or Target, I think Walmart, and I picked it up, and oh my gosh, you guys were totally right. This is one of the best foundations I've ever tried. It is instant favorite for me. It looks beautiful on the skin, and it ticks all the marks for what I'm looking for in a foundation. It's light, the coverage is beautiful, it's a little bit dewy, a slight bit of glow, it's not fussy, it's really, really lovely. So I can't wait to show you how good this looks for a $13 price point. I'm not kidding you. $13 at Ulta, it might have been a little bit less at Walmart, but gosh, for that price point, this is such a bargain. And then I have a few other things that I either had in my collection or I picked up specifically for this video. Most everything I'm going to be using is drugstore price. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, I'm going to put on a little bit of the City Beauty Plumping lip gloss, which is what I do when I put my makeup on, because then when I go to put my lipstick on at the end, my lips are a little bit fluffier and plumper. You know, City Beauty came out with a night lip oil recently. I did a little video on it. I have been using it regularly. I keep in that little basket that I keep by my couch, you know, with my tweezers and my clippers and all those things, emery board, that sort of thing. And I put it on my lips at night, and even during the day when I'm sitting down, maybe doing some work on my computer, I'm really liking it. What I am noticing is that my lips never get that small, crinkled, dried up look anymore. They're usually plumper and fuller. So just a little tip there if you have lips that seem to be disappearing, which mine do. I am going to start in with my eyebrows, and what I'm going to do is take a little bitty, isn't that pathetic? This is just an inexpensive powder from Rimmel. I got it at the drugstore. And I'm going to run that through my brows because my skincare gets in my eyebrows, and then my eyebrow products don't lay down very well. So this just kind of helps give my eyebrows a little bit of tooth and soak up a little bit of that skincare. And when I put the pencil in, it sits down more. This pencil that I'm using is the Precisely My Brow from Benefit, and I picked it up, gosh, a while ago, and I use it intermittently. You know, it's okay. I'm not really sure that it's any better than a drugstore brand, but I thought I would give it a whirl. I like it. You know, I don't know. I think that the one from Kosas I probably prefer, but it's still a good product. If you love it, I support you in that. So I'm just gonna rough my brows in right now. I always go in and do the detail work on my brows at the end, because when I put my foundation on, it's gonna mess, you know, with some areas of my brows, and I like to clean them up at the end. Still using the Dermatology #1 primer. This product is really good. I'm liking it quite a bit. It's a gel look, and it's kind of gripping, but it's light. It does its job. I just like the way it feels. Very silky, and it does fill in your pores and makes your skin look a lot smoother just from the primer. Can you see what's happening to my skin? It's just getting a lot smoother and a lot more filled in. Beauty Pie Under Eye Genius. I'm almost through this container. Gosh, I've had this for so long, you guys, probably well more than a year. So I think for the price point, it's really, really worth it. This really helps to cover up my dark circles and preps my under eyes, hydrates them, and then it really holds on to my concealer. For eyeshadow primer, it's the MAC Paint Pot in the color Painterly. Just stick my finger in there and a little bit on the lids. Again, I've had this for so long. I still have probably 3/4 of the container. Goodbye. And you can use it just on a daily basis if you're not going to be using eyeshadow, just to cover up all those little veins and doodads, at least that I have on my lids. Maybe you have them on your lids too. I'm going to go in now with the Jones Road pencil. These are the face pencils. And if you guys saw my Jones Road review, you'll know that I wasn't tickled with most of the products. I'll go ahead and list it in the description box if you didn't see it, but be careful. I'm pretty honest in that review. One of the products that I have continued to use are these face pencils. Do they do something different or better than a regular concealer? No, not really. But what I like about it is the convenience. In other words, it's a pencil, it's quick. I can get it on my face really, really quickly in a very, very targeted way. And that I like. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I have to sharpen this because I'm not sure I have a sharpener with this size, but we'll see. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking, I believe this is the number 2 pencil. Let me double check that. Yeah, this is the number 2, and I put it underneath my eyebrows just to kind of clean up and highlight that area a little bit. You can see it's a little bit of a lighter color than my skin tone. And one thing I can say about these pencils is they really do blend in quite easily. Just the warmth of your finger and your skin, and it does sink in. And look at how nicely that cleaned up the bottoms of my brows. So I'm liking those pencils. I can't say much about the rest of the line because it really just did not work for me. I'm going to hop into the ColourPop palette now, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go right up here in the corner to the lightest shade, get some of that on my brush, and I'm just going to lay that down over the movable lid down towards the bottom and really just give a light wash of that color on that movable lid. This is the BK Beauty. This is from Angie's line, the A503. I probably use this brush every single time I do my eyeshadow. It really is just very, very good. And one thing I love about the ColourPop formula, it's so reliable. It really is. They've got it nailed. Okay, I'm just going to clean my brush off really quickly. Now I'm going to go in for a transition shade, and I think what I'm going to pick right here is this third color over. Let's see if I can read it. Duvet It. That's what it says, I think. So I'm just going to dip my brush into that color. It's just a little bit darker than my skin tone, and that's going to go right in the transition area above my crease. I don't want to go into the crease. I want to go above my crease and underneath my brow. So just a light application of that. I've really been going for very, very simple eye looks. Just seems to be what I'm drawn to lately. I haven't done a fancy eye look in a while. So I'm just going to get that in the transition area. And then what I'm going to do is I'm really going to spend a little bit of time making sure that is blended in so I don't have any harsh lines and it just is a smooth transition from one color to the other. And what that does, putting that darker color, a little bit darker, up above my crease, is it actually pushes that hooded area of my eyes back a little bit and helps them look a little less hooded. At least that's the concept right there. I'm going to go in with a little bit of a peachy look today, so I'm going to take that same 503 brush, tap it into this color, PJs? I think it says PJs. That's cute. Get a little bit right on the bristles, the tip of the bristles, and put that right below that transition area, sort of in the crease, just to give a wash of color in that area. Same thing on the other side. You can see it's just nice and subtle and pretty. I'm bringing it down to the outside of the movable lid just a little bit. Now I'm going to take a more detailed brush. This again is from the BK Beauty Angie collection. This is the 502, so the Angie 502. And I'm going to go to this color right underneath that last one, and I think this is called Cozy Cute right here. I'm going to dip my brush into that, get a little bit of pigment right on the tip of the bristles. Tap it off, and then that's going to go right in the outside corner of my eye just to give a little bit of depth. And you can see I'm bringing it right down to the outside edge of my movable lid and just tapping it right in that corner crease area. Now I'm going to go back with that 503 brush and just blend that really well. Now I'm going to take my finger and go back into that first color we used on the movable lid, right up in the corner. I'm just going to put that on the inner half of my movable lid to brighten up that lid area just a little bit. And by using my finger, it's going to be a little bit more opaque than it would be if I used a brush. We're going to hop into the foundation now, and I cannot tell you guys how thrilled I was that so many of you suggested it to me, and how tickled I was with how good it was. You know, the Color Stay from Revlon, the old formula, had been one of my holy grails for a long time. It was affordable, it was fuss-free. In other words, every time I used it was easy. It didn't cause me any extra headaches or anything. It looked great all day. And when they changed the formula, I was like, oh golly, you know how you love having that one affordable, really good foundation? This is beautiful. And for a $13 price point, I can't even believe how great this is. It really does rival my holy grail, which I'm not even sure if it's my holy grail anymore, the Dior Forever Skin Glow. I think that this is just as good, if not better, and certainly a better price point. I think that Dior is $40, $50 or something. This is $13. It's so very good. You guys are going to be tickled when you see how good it is. So it's the Revlon Illuminance, and I got color 201, which fortunately for me, I just hit the right color the first time. It really is quite beautiful. It comes in a nice little pump. It's a glass bottle, which I appreciate, and I'm going to put a full pump on the back of my hand. We might go in with a little bit more depending on how things go. And I'm just going to dot it around my face. And I'm going to take my BK Beauty 101 brush and just start pouncing that in. I'm going to take about a half a pump more and put it in a few places where I could use a little bit more coverage. And I'm sure you guys can see already how beautiful it looks on the skin. It's just so pretty. Hydrating, fuss-free, nice little glow. Now I'm going to take my sponge, and this is the Profusion sponge that I got in a set a while ago. So good, so affordable. I've been using it ever since. So really a great value. I'll go ahead and try to find them and link them down below. I think I picked mine up at Walmart. I just saw them and grabbed them. I thought, oh, I want to try that. And I was really glad I did. I use a sponge to finish off my foundation because I love the way that it looks on the skin. It just presses everything in and makes the foundation look so much more natural. So here is the Revlon Illuminance foundation. It still feels a little bit tacky, but it does dry down, and it just leaves such a pretty finish on the skin. It feels very hydrating, but very light. In other words, I barely feel like I have foundation on my skin. It more feels like if you put skincare on, some moisturizer on, it kind of feels like that. Isn't that just a pretty look? I just am so tickled with this foundation. Now I'm going to go in with my favorite Tarte Shape Tape Creamy Concealer. This is not a drugstore price, but by golly, it's really worth it. It's not that expensive. And for me, it just does a super job. So a little bit under each eye. This is the BK Beauty 205 brush. I know that Angie has a concealer brush in her collection. I just prefer this because it's a little bit smaller, but the concealer brush I've heard good things about too. So I'm just going to pounce this in under my eyes. And you can see how I'm kind of cutting up into the eyeshadow area to kind of clean that area up. Now I'm going to go back in with that sponge. It has that nice pointy tip that really helps me get into those little nooks and crannies. I'm going to set this down with the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. Get a little bit on my Sigma angled brush here. Tap it off. Now I'm going to take that brush and just hit a few areas to tap down the glow a little bit. And for me, if my foundation is going to break up, it's going to be on my chin. So I always try to set it. I stay away from my marionette lines because if I put powder in there, it just makes things worse. I go back in with that sponge and just press everything in. For contour today, I have a stick from Kiko. Gosh, I picked this up such a while ago. I'm not even sure they have it in the line anymore. This is a bronzer stick that you just twist up, and I have the color 200. I haven't used this. I did swatch it on the back of my hand the other day. It feels really creamy. So no dragging, No tugging on your skin. A little bit under my chin. And then in with my stipple brush. Let's see how it blends in. It's so creamy, I can't imagine it wouldn't blend in just fine. That's looking nice right there. What do you guys think? I think that's pretty. Nice subtle color. And then blend it in under my chin. Why am I doing this? It just makes my double chin look a little less double. Makes things look a little firmer. It's just the dark, fooling the eye that it cuts in a lot more than it does. I like that. It's nice and subtle and pretty. Again, this is the color 200 in the Kiko. I think you can get Kiko at, is it CVS? I can't even remember anymore. For blush today, I have a Milani Cheek Kiss blush. I love these blushes. They're so beautiful. They're just, the colorways are great. The formula is great. This is in Coral Crush because I kind of have a little peachy thing going on today. I thought this would be pretty. And I'm just going to take a little blush brush right here. I used to use my fingers, but I found using a brush really makes the application so much prettier. It just looks more natural. I really like it. So I'm going to just go ahead and take my brush into the palette right here and start tapping it onto my face. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Look at that color. Oh, just love me a good peachy blush. It's so youthful and so springtime. It's just springtime to me. A peachy blush. So I'm keeping it to the upstairs area of my cheeks. Oh gosh, that's pretty. Now I'm going to take my sponge and really just press that in, particularly around the edges, so that it looks like it's seamless and just blends in beautifully. So pretty. For highlight today, I have the Milani Strobe Light. How many highlighters are called Strobe Light? I think at least half of them. This one is Strobe Light from Milani. I don't think I've used this. Looking at the pan, it looks like it's brand new. So we'll see. I'm going to take my tiny little highlighter brush right here and just hit that at the tops of my cheeks, a little on the front. What do you think? It's kind of pretty. I like the color. It's just nice and light. Now I'm going to take the BK Beauty 103 brush, and what I'm going to do is just really blend everything on the cheeks in so that it looks really seamless. I think the trick to doing makeup on older skin, more mature skin, seasoned skin, I don't know, experienced skin, is blending to make sure that everything just looks nice and blended in. To finish off the complexion, I'm going in with the Hourglass Dim Light. This is just the icing on the cake for me. I just absolutely love it. So big fluffy brush from Sigma. This is their number 30 brush. It's a little bit higher price point than the BK Beauty, but these are lifetime brushes. They just will last you a lifetime. So this just adds a beautiful finish to the skin and pulls everything together. Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I'm going to curl my lashes with the Refer Eyelash Curler. I love this thing. I lived with drugstore eyelash curlers for 60-something years. Well, I didn't start curling my lashes when I was 2, but a long, long time. Finally bought the Refer Game Changer. Absolutely game changer. It's so very good. And for the price point, it's worth it. Absolutely. I'm going to tight line with the L'Oreal Lay Liner in Noir Cashmere. I have been using this and loving it for a couple of years now. And you know what? I think they might have discontinued it. I'm not seeing them in the stores anymore. I found this in my back stock. When I buy something, I usually buy a couple. This was one that I had that I hadn't opened yet. So I still have this one, but gosh, if this has been discontinued, I'm going to be on the mad hunt for something to tightline with that doesn't transfer onto my lower lashes. This one is so great at non-transferring. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I have to find something. I like the fact that it's a drugstore price. Now I'm going in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Base. I did a video recently on the power of a lash base and how it can make your lashes look so much longer right now. You don't have to get a lash growth serum or prayers or anything else. Your lashes will look longer now. I'll list it down below. If you didn't see it, it's kind of handy because the power of a good lash base is really amazing. And I like to make sure I pull it all the way out to the tips so that I get good coverage. Still in love with the Honest Beauty mascara. I'll tell you, I was so surprised at how good this mascara was. I was just dumbfounded. It's really so very good. And you know what? It does come with its own lash base. This unscrews on this end, but I don't like it as well as the L'Oreal. So I just sort of leave it. I kind of feel guilty that I'm wasting it. So this mascara is phenomenal. Lengthens, nice and black. It's amazing. Honest Beauty just really has so many great products. Now I'm going to go back in with that Benefit Precisely My Brow and just do the finishing touches. So I'm really going to kind of treat that bottom edge and then pull out the tip of my brow so that it looks a little longer than they actually are. Then I have the e.l.f. little gel setting powder for brows. My brows are a little bit longer and they can get kind of wonky during the day if I don't make sure they stay in place. For lips today, I'm going to use 2 lip liners and then a lip gloss. This is the LA Girl Ultimate Lip, and this is Forever Bae, or Forever Bear. I think it's Forever Bear. I'm going to use this to pretty much fill my lips in. Again, it's a peachy color, which I think is going to be pretty. And then this is the NYX Automatic Lip Liner in the color Nude. And I'm going to define the outside of the lips with this. And then to top all that off, this is the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline. These are wonderful. They're a drugstore price. They have a ton of colors. I love the color Silk. That's probably my favorite. It's the one I carry in my purse. This is the color Reef. It's a little bit more of a peachy tone. Nice doe foot applicator. So here we have the makeup look. I'm gonna hop off right now, go do my hair, put on my outfit of the day, and I'll be right back. Here we have the finished look. Isn't that foundation just the best? I absolutely love it. Thank you to all of you who told me to try it. You were totally right. It is gorgeous and so affordable. And I love the subtle eye look. I think it's just really pretty. That is a good palette. Great formula, lots of colors, great price point, just nothing good. And then for the outfit of the day, I'm gonna back up. So I'll try to shout so you can hear me. This is one of the shirts from Lily Silk Spring Collection. And what I love about it is the classic look with a little bit of unique details. In other words, you have that really sophisticated look with this blouse with the tie right here, and just everything about it is just cut so very beautifully. I'm in a medium, so if you think that you're sort of my size, a medium works well for me. And the pants, oh my gosh, these are gorgeous slacks. So if you're looking for slacks that you can wear to dressier occasions, or they're going to stay in your wardrobe for a long time, these are really good. They're kind of stretchy, so they're not binding or tight at all, and yet the fabric is really substantial. They're gorgeous slacks. And these buttons on the side are such a cute detail. So if you're going to wear your shirt tucked in, or if you have a little higher shirt, it's just a nice look. I am wearing in these a size 8. Yes, you heard that right. I'm wearing a size 8 pants in an Asian clothing line. That's pretty good for me. I guess my fitness program is panning out. I'll give you guys details soon. So here's the full look. I'll give you as much as I can today, and the makeup look. I'm so glad you guys joined me today. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. You guys know it just tickles me when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and by golly, I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything beauty, fitness, and lifestyle for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.